In today's video, we are playing DIMIR Midrange, probably one of the strongest deck, if not the strongest deck in the current meta. And what do you think? Will this still be the strongest deck when Avatar drops? Let's talk about this in the comments below, and this is just a showcase on how strong this deck really is and why this also should have had a ban. Enjoy. So here we have the DIMIR Midrange deck, probably the best deck right now in Standard, because there is no ban. And I mean, we have Kaito here, right? Everyone knows this, a really strong card that is really hard to deal with, especially because it's a creature and it's hexproof. I will talk about more like what type of versions you could build to tackle the meta, but then Avatar is coming out soon, but will there be a deck that can deal with this? And if so, the firebending deck may be fast enough. So let's have a little bit of a talk about this type of deck coming into the new set. If you have certain aggressive matchups, Karsi Revenant is a great card. It's a 3 mana 3/3 with lifelink and death touch. It has flying as well, which comes in quite handy. So having a lifelinker in the deck against aggressive deck helps a lot, especially because flying works great with Curiosity, so you get a chance there to get an additional draw. Then also against aggressive deck, you still have the bats if you need them, right? They have lifelink itself, and other than that, it works great against most decks that have certain pieces they want. And we can play different type of removal against creature cards. Nowhere to Run here is especially great if Kona will be around after the new set arrives, because it removes the hexproof, and -3/-3 will usually work against most aggressive decks. Shoot the Sheriff, destroy a non-outlaw creature, which is quite nice. Strategic Betrayal, get rid of the graveyard, goes around Ward. A one-off, you don't really need it. And against most combo decks, you have Tishana Tidebinder, 3 mana 3/2 with Flash. This card shuts off Planeswalker creatures and artifact, and you saw me using this against a Cauldron Roots deck, and it was really great. I play a bit of an aggressive deck myself here. I like to have 3 Cecil and 4 Sirens, because if I have the early creatures and get Kaito on curve, it's really powerful. Cecil, a 2/3 death touch where we take damage, but this one can actually flip if we have 10 or less life once we do damage with this creature, and get a 4/4 lifelink, which is nice as well against aggressive decks there. The Sirens here are 1 mana flyer, which works great with Curiosity, and as well, they usually don't block this against Kaito. I mean, they don't block this, so we can use Kite on it, which is nice. The map token helps us to find the lands. So yeah, having these 1-drops is great. Also a card that is quite flexible is Phantom Interference. I just like to have 2 counters in my list. A 2 mana counter if they're not paid 2, or you can just use the 2/2 flying spirit token if you need another flyer to attack there. Then the Drowners, of course, great card against aggressive decks as well. You can tap them down, you can also pay 2, and then shuffle a creature that has a stun counter on it into the library, which works also great if you -2 on Kaito. Breacher of the Schism is a decent blocker. It's a 2/4 with 3 mana. Death Touch, this is a really interesting card. I think the card is super strong, but if you see aggressive decks, I would prefer Karsi. But this also can create lifelink tokens. And the way you create this, when this creature attacks, the player with the most life or tied for the most life creates a 1/1. Vampire creature token with lifelink. Whenever this creature attacks while you have the most life or tied for the most life, you draw a card and you lose 1 life. So this can technically make the tokens as well. But yeah, if you need something against aggressive decks, Karsi Revenant is the better play. The other cards you could play, of course, you could play Duress if you need it. Same with Tactics to have some hand hate, which always is nice. Duress is more a card against the non-creature cards. This one is more for creatures and artifacts. This depends on the meta. This is why this deck is super flexible. You can just add them as well. If you need more removal, especially turn 1, if they're too aggressive, let's say we have a lot of firebending going on, Stab will be a great card. And if there's a lot of firebending, I will bring in the Stabs for the Phantom Interference to keep up the tempo. Assured Beastbinder is also an interesting card, because this one can only be blocked by creatures power 2 or greater. So this one can shut down cards. Also, the 3 body is quite nice. And when this attack, you can make a creature of opponent lose all abilities and they become a 2/2. So it helps you to go through as well. And this also is a great card to just play out Kaito with it. So there are multiple cards you can play in this deck. You can also play different removal spells, the one that cannot be countered. But overall, I think this deck should have seen a ban as well. I just want to showcase this here, that this is still a really strong deck. You know, I do like Kaito, but I was hoping we see some new cards, and I hope this deck will not be the strongest deck after Avatar is dropping. What do you think? Will this deck still be the strongest deck when Avatar is coming out? Let me know in the comments below. I want to know what your opinion is. And yeah, this is a shorter deck tag because I talked about this deck before. Just wanted to showcase another deck that should, in my opinion, got a ban. And yeah, soon there are coming a lot of brews with the Avatar set. I'm really looking forward to it. Sadly, I was again not invited into the pre-release event. That's quite sad, and it's also disappointing, and I'm really hoping I get in there next time. So I was like, okay, let's just showcase a deck and let's talk about this. What do you guys think about this deck going into the new set? I still believe it's one of the strongest deck, especially in best of 3. In best of 1 it's still fine, and you will see we won a lot of games, some cool games as well. And yeah, with no further ado, I hope you like this video. Feel free to like and subscribe to the channel. It would help me a lot. I hope we reach the 5,000 by the end of the year. I stay positive, that would be great, and I wish you fun with the games. So we do not have a turn 1. Usually this is something I would mulligan. I do have 2 plays though. I can try this, but I'm not really comfortable with this. Usually you want to have some sort of creature. Is this a room deck? What in the world? Have to read cards. So they just kill my Siren. But I guess it's still worth doing it since I can find something. Yeah, here's a land. They also have Seam Rip, but no white. I don't see the last card. So probably go with the Furnace here. What is this doing? At the beginning of your option, win the game. Okay. Fun stuff. That is really interesting what they play there. We go with Curiosity, end of turn. When this on and draw a card, add 1 mana. Okay. I mean, I definitely not play against any meta deck here with this list. But yeah, what can I do? Cannot choose what I'm facing, right? Going for the double draw here. Solid double draw. I don't see board vibes there yet. Which could be something. Probably better to cycle, but they also have artifacts. And a creature. What in the world am I playing against? Room Tribal, yeah. I mean, I'm sorry, that's not the deck I want to face. So yeah, but it's a win. First game win here. Yeah, we have a 1-drop, which is still fine here. We cannot really curve into anything, but having the Siren here is still good enough for me. Having the Siren is good enough for me. I mean, we have 2 Reefs, and we can use this to pump the Siren here. Shocking in for probably this. People play against mono red. Yeah, there's a chance, but they're using Passage. Using Passage and Burst Lightning is like kind of interesting. Mouse, okay. An aggressive list, so Mouse definitely makes sense. Don't have an answer for this one right now, which yeah is low-key a problem. Against their deck I don't want to shock myself anymore. Have a lot of removal spell. Need to find the removal spell, of course. Nope. Have a 2/2. Can block the Manifold Mouse. They have bound pumps, so this one is damage now. It's also really good with the mouse, of course. So there's a chance that we maybe have used Tishana. If they do have a land here, I will have to block. This one I will take. Okay, they cannot play that one, which is good for me. We're gonna play cat attack. Cat is a decent blocker. Cat is a decent blocker here. He's still Revenant, which is nice too. I need to get their spells out, so this one is kind of safe. Right now they have to use spells for trade. They're not able to attack with the Manifold Mouse right now. 3 mana. And there's no Nemesis, we know that. The best mouse is on 4. So maybe Tishana keep, but double flyer seems good enough. If that's the case, I will block. Let them use a spell here. I cannot... I saw they have pump spell there. This is a bit too dangerous. Okay, trample. And prowess is not cool. Not really cool. We need to find a removal spell, which we have plenty of in this deck. So can we do it? There's also Tishana maybe that we have to go for. Maybe they play a mouse fling list. We will attack here because we kind of have to. Really looking for a removal spell. That's something. Probably want to get rid of Challenger. Play Tishana. Revenant is really good, but Revenant will just die. I'm gonna keep Tishana open here. Shocking for the white. Let's see, maybe they just have burn lethal. They're on 10 life though, so they have to be careful. They have to be careful. Shoot the Sheriff has to be used on the Challenger. They could have Boros card. Okay, yeah. Mm-hmm. This is the scary one. Okay, we play Tishana here, and we will block, of course. I wonder how much damage they can push, though. Trample M+3/+0. Okay, that's 1. Okay, I'm still okay right now. I'm on 4, so I'm lethal to certain cards, which, yeah, is a problem here. We're gonna attack first. It's gonna be tricky, I need to find counter, but even then it's not good enough. Okay. So yeah, if they have Boros Charm, they have Boros Charm, right? Shocking here. Okay. If they have Boros Charm, they would have used it. So we're gonna go with the Drowner. And then we have Lethal on board. Okay. Yeah. Could have died to many cards here, but yeah, we won the game. And we found our removal spells, which is definitely the thing we want in this matchup. Played risky, but it's hard to actually know what they could play. Antonio. We have a 1-drop. We love to see 1-drop here. We have a lot of 3-drops here as well. But yeah, we love to see it. We can pressure early, it's nice. That is nice. The draw usually is a bit weird if you have Cecil, right? So Preacher, I usually tend to have less, but if you have Corsi, you can gain some life as well. Okay, opponent. Okay, opponent. Ah, that's gonna be a fun win. What's going on? Ah, here we are. Okay. Mardu. 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 Wolf. Okay. That's interesting. Wolf. I do want to drop the flyer here, to be fair. Just to get the secured draws. The Death Touch alone is really good too, though. Let's go Preacher here. Getting a token is also not bad, because we will attack here. Since we curve our creatures out. They have 3 mana, so it may be a Battlecruiser list. But I don't know why there's a Nomad Outpost. Okay, that is something I did not see coming, for sure. Okay, they ramp here. Against Wagon, the... Kaito's always a bit weird. Because it's hard to really block it. Drawing cards here. We just try to play the tempo game now. They're on 12, we have quite a lot of attacker, and we still have a Shoot the Sheriff on hand. So we can Kaito and Shoot the Sheriff. Okay, that's Dragonstone Globe. This deck is really good against most type of decks. So, whatever they throw at us, we usually should be able to do it. Okay, yeah, we keep this. Do have some curving. Swamp. Swampity swamp. Against swamp, we can bait out. Okay, we're gonna attack you first. Like, my biggest hope is to find... So, if they annex, that's where I lose, right? If I play Bat, they kill Bat. But I think I have to do it. Okay, we gotta Triumph out. Do they have it? Acolyte, Preacher, and Hollister. Okay. So whatever they play, we're gonna get rid of it. It's probably the 2-4. Yeah. I will play Cecil because it will give me 2 attacks here, but I really wish I found a lamp. So basically say, hey, look, I have this on my hand. I will give them the trade option here. Because I will tap Acolyte. I need to get rid of Acolyte, this is a really dangerous card for me. I'm okay with this trade. Still have a creature on the board and Curiosity in hand, and I have 4 lands now. Okay. It's kind of funny. I was not hoping for that one. Gonna do this here. Then we end. It's a good card. But we can tap it. Pushing quite a lot of damage here. In this position, we don't have to put it away. Okay. Yeah. DIMIR midrange against mono black here. Black bear. Okay, black bear. 1 drop, 2 drop removal, 3 drop deal with things. Yeah, no Kaito. It's funny, I didn't see a single Kaito thing so far. Maybe 1. But it's not the card we need, but yeah, sure, it's great. Opponent of the Kaito sign there is a mirror. Is this the mirror? Is not. Really happy not seeing a Liner Elf here. So my Betrayal is still active. Is the one of Betrayal, just for certain matchups. Just for certain matchups. This card gets a lot weaker. So we're going in. This is not a good hand for mono green. If they have Surok, Tishana is our blocker. Rabbit. So the worst card is their next turn or board, so we will not attack here. Just play Tishana. Because that's a setup, right? Okay. I'll block it. I want them to play the ore board. Block here. Oh, pump spell. That's impressive. That's a cool spell, yeah, sure. Well, what you want to do, right? I keep the bat here. The lifelink is actually quite nice. I have a 2/2 blocker now. They're missing the 4th land. It's unfortunate for them. Okay, that is fine. Well, we cannot really attack, but I trade against Tramplers. Definitely have to trade against Tramplers. I have to keep this one up so I can bet next turn again. Defender either. That's an interesting list there. I block, my man. Another one? That's funny. Okay, I mean, cannot play around that, huh? Cannot play around that. That's a might. It was a might. Okay. Maybe the wrong thing to do, but okay. We do have a reef here for blocks as well. If I find a removal for the Weaver, I get my life back. I mean, do I care about the might? I have to block like this. I just realized I had the mana there. Getting life here is important. They can have the might. Boss, really going right there. I mean, this is us doing nothing here. They probably find something first. The nowhere to run is not really good here. Okay. It's a beautiful top deck. Don't get me wrong. I mean, we do get creatures. We stopped one Ouroboros, but that's about it. They have the Rapids, so if they have another one, do they top deck 2 in a row is the question. Get a land in, which is pretty good. It's also a good one. I can trade here, and I would trade. I want to trade with creatures. Less creatures is good for me. Especially if a rapid goes away. No. Makes sense. A lifelink Death Touch Flyer is pretty good. Nowhere to run is not so good. Because if they find Ouroboros, I have a problem. That's interesting. I'm just gonna block like this. I still get the flyers, but... Good draw. How do I deal with these stupid rabbits? Okay. There might maybe a problem. Hope they don't top deck or board. Having Kaito is good here. If they want to fight, we fight. Death Toucher. I have 2 flyers now. Okay, gonna trade with the... That's okay for me. That is okay for me. I wish I can deal with these recruits. Really annoying to see that one. I don't have any other option. I can block this here, but I just hope they don't top deck or board. Can I just draw a really good card here? If they attack, I get rid of the recruit. So that is something. Okay, nice. They don't have an attack now. I would actually trade heavy if I can. If I can trade with 4, I'm happy. With 3 creatures, of course, I'm really happy. Now I'm gonna draw quite a lot of cards.
Aha. Now I know your weakness.
They have to all in. I think it could be good enough, because they probably will all in on my Kaito now, right? Or go with the recruit. Otherwise this Kaito is a problem for them. They have the might there. And they maybe have to use the flyer. Okay, yeah. Mono green tends to be harder against DIMIR, but we went there. And I didn't play perfect, but the deck is just too strong. Okay. We do have our turn 1. Black. Unfortunate to rest this one. keep another flyer here, it's okay. The flyers against black usually tend to be fine. They have the demon, which I will drown. Okay, that's a good life gain there. Was a land. Let's try to not draw lands. So if we draw lands, it should be Reef. Should be Reef. If they have NX, they have a good position. Luis, good card. So I need to keep my interference up. I want to block, that's why I play it like this. If they're gonna try to remove my Drowner. No, I want to remove this. I want to have more mana up next turn, that's why I did it this way. Don't really have a good hand, to be fair. They have a lot of life gain. And I feel like it's black control. It's not so cool. Yeah, it is what I expected to be. So we have a really slow hand here. Which may be a problem. Tishana on Tome is not too bad. How much mana do they have? Still quite a lot. But if they try to go for bot vibe, I have a counter. I can feel they will have to go for it here. Okay. Scrying, trying to get the life out. If we find a cat here on top, we're in a good position, but we need to find cat, right? Okay, it's not bad either. Let's have a look. This one is a bigger problem. Lily, we will just use Tishana.
I do hope you make this battle exciting for me.
Trying to be as aggressive as possible. Top is not good. Oof. Do not really care about that card. So we're gonna draw a hand. Pretty good. 4 cards is nice. Okay. They probably have a bot wipe. Draw really bad here. With lethal in the air, they get 4 life here. That's interesting.
Your corpse will make an
They're
death is such an effective
4-8.
tool.
Okay, you. Okay. Yep. We got it. Another win. deck is powerful, of course. Yeah. One drop with Kaito backing is quite nice. So then we have a Kaito. That's nice. Okay. Roots. This definitely could be roots. Against roots, Tishana is our best card. But the problem is, it doesn't work on roots. Okay, it's 4 color roots, sure. If we find a counter, it would be nice, but they usually get the cards back. Okay. This is a strong deck now. The way we win is with flyers usually. Mill or attack, right? But it's mill for sure. So we try to push as much damage as we can. Bat is pretty good. It's another flyer and can get rid of a piece there. So we like Bat. We do like Bat. Kaito right now is not even that strong. Some removal. There we go. Okay. Just to get a life, huh? They have nothing in the graveyard. So I have to take Catramos. I can get rid of Catramos with Drowner, but there's nothing in the graveyard right now. They can still mill and everything, but could be worse, I guess. Okay, that's fine. The Overlord is also ticking, which is a problem. What's in the graveyard? Nothing really. Playing Kaito and minus would stop that and give me a decent attack next turn. They would play the flyer because they may be forced to. If I play Drowner, it's okay. I do like Kaito minus.
Bet you didn't expect to see me here.
Kaito plus is fine too, but I like Kaito minus here actually. I need to keep my Drowner for this or the big one there. Could I found something? Which is low-key problematic. Pretty good and lucky draw here, of course. Interesting that they take this card, so they want to keep their stuff. That's fine by me. Still, the Overlord is not so good. It's a good draw.
My eyes are as sharp as my sword.
Definitely this one. Okay. So we do have answers against multiple things. First we have to get rid of this. Then we have to use our Tidebinder on the cauldron. Don't know what they have on hand though. Right now we do have an attack with Kaito, so kinda okay with this. But I think like if we shut down Cauldron, already happy. That one is gone, so Roots is a bit weird positioned. Reclaimer, okay. For life gain. I can tap this one this turn and try to be as aggressive as possible. They do have an Angel next turn, which is a bit of a problem. So we're gonna tap this. Then we plus it.
I thrive in the dark.
And then we attack. And we're gonna get rid of the Halia here. So our board state looks really good. They are forced to play an Angel and I can just tap the Angel, right? Yeah. That's worked. It worked. That's how you do it.
Take a break, will ya?
Okay, defeated the Roots deck. Tishana is MVP. And yeah, this deck is, I mean, what should I say, right? We're just gonna climb here with this. Yeah, turn 1 with Kaito is kinda nice. Life gain is trickier. Drowner hits the next card that comes in at least. And Cecil can block quite a while, so that's okay. Kaito usually is only good if the board... Yeah, that's the problem, right? They have that card. So we cannot attack here. We have a counter for Sheltered. Oh, it's annoying, yeah, but cannot do anything. If they give me the block, we take it. We have to get rid of this one. We cannot have 2 of them. Pride made us block every day. I go with the second Death Toucher, which these cards are good in this matchup. Angel has to go though. Yeah, Angel is a problem. The draws they get now, I'm not happy with. We are able to just stand still here, which is okay. I am forced to play a Drowner there though. So cannot do much. They get a draw each turn extra, which is advantage for them. Leyline of Hope is a good card. I would take everything here. Them getting the draws is a bit of a problem. They can attack with 2. Kind of okay that they play it now. They already got the draw. They have many draw options, which yeah is a problem for me. Establishing the board only is possible if I can stop the draws, but not that easy here. They will get draws again. I need to find a way to Curiosity and get rid of one of the creatures. I have removals, but the main problem is they found all the card draws. So this is an interesting matchup, and not an easy one to face, especially if they keep dropping these Pridemates. Okay. But the Death Toucher just keeps this so in check, which is crazy. Actually crazy. Yeah, that one. Okay. I don't have a way to deal with the Halia, which is my biggest problem. So maybe the attack there would have been something. Channeler again? Oh, this is crazy. They have a starting town as well. Okay, yeah, heavy. But this is cool. I mean, can also lose games, right? So at least interesting to see. At least that's interesting. Yeah, you get all the triggers you want. We need to draw cards, we need to have flyers. They luckily don't have a flyer yet. They have a 20-20, a 10-10. It's pretty good. So they have a second one on hand. But I mean, I still have to do it. Yeah, I guess so. It's gonna be not easy here, huh? Getting another Death Touch is not too bad. The creatures are already so strong. I mean, honestly, I have to. I have to do it. Big creatures? I think that's about it, huh? We do get an extra block though. I'm quite okay that they choose this way. I'm so confused, honestly. Getting an auto draw here is actually nice. The way they're not playing with the town helps me so much. We're gonna do this to have the blocker.
Let's give it our all. The housewarming party has
Drawing
arrived.
2 is really good. Decent card. Getting another blocker. Okay, getting rid of a flyer also really good. Death Toucher here. If they draw a land, they still draw an extra card, so Tidebinder on Halia could have been something. But I'm trying to win over the board now. Having Death Toucher and a Revenant there, so if they try to go all in, I get rid of 2 Pridemate. Which I like. This is the moment when they were like, well, it is what it is. I have to get rid of these 2. That's 11, 18 damage, and I get 3. So I think we're gonna do it like this. I'm fine with this trade, to be fair. Now nowhere to run, clearly not an optimal card. We do have a land extra there. We have 3 blockers. So yeah. Have to be careful here. Really good draw. Getting rid of Halia here is probably the most important one. The flyer, yeah, sure. Okay. Tidebinder, okay. I'm gonna wait here. No, no.
Your secrets didn't stay hidden for long.
Double removal is huge. Huge, huge, huge. How can we come back there? I mean, I think they misplay quite a bit. -1. The flyer, I'm not too happy with. Okay. I can trade with land here as well. And use the nowhere to run on the Sanctifier. Good trades for me coming in here. How did we get to this point? Okay, another drawing one. Not too happy about this. The Channeler now becomes a bit of a problem. I can use Tide. They have 2 flyers, so I have to get rid of 1 flyer right now, right? There's no doubt about that. So it's gonna be you. The way it looks is that I have to tap. Most likely. Still drawing 2 cards is quite good. Okay. I don't want to lose Kaito though. But it seems like that's I can do this on my cat though. But I don't have another option. Okay.
Sit down. Rethink your life.
I do have still Tidebinder in case they have something else. Okay. Kinda that one is fine. Double cat now for attack. Whew. Actually, that's the block. I mean, that one is tapped for a while here. Whew. Them drawing these cards all the time. Well, we draw cards too. We drawing cards too. We are establishing it. We are working on this. It's a crazy game. Okay, not a flyer. It's a bit too many lands for my taste. We have 5 lands in hand. We do have blocks though. Okay, Lurkerbat, low-key annoying. Low-key annoying here. Another shelter. Yeah, I mean, drawing all these lands here was not really helpful. That's too many lands. Okay. And it's not even a reef. Can draw 5, 4, give them another flyer. But I could draw -3/-3 as well. The problem is this one. So I have to keep, what do I have left? I have to do calculations. I have the drowners. The channeler is the biggest problem. I do have 4 sirens left in my deck. And bats. I have no other option. They should block my land here. Okay. Okay, Kaito's not bad. Can we stop drawing the lands? Crazy. The amount of lands I draw here is crazy. So I have Tidebinder, but I have 2 starting towns. So actually gonna lose this because... So I will lose this because I just draw lands. I have 4 sirens left in the deck. Okay, I have to trigger the channel ability with the Tidebinder there. It's the only option. I'm gonna use this one here. That's crazy. I mean, I drew really all the lands. Okay. Maybe they know, maybe they don't. I cannot even stop it. It's crazy. I mean, honestly, I drew all the lands. I mean, I just needed one flyer, and I was looking at the cards, even the drowners, so yeah. It's okay. We lost this game. I think it's okay to have a lose in this one. Just to be able to stay this long alive is quite crazy. The way I drew is definitely not fortunate, but hey, we take it. Oof. Okay. Have to be Reef here. Reef on top land would be nice, and 2 drops. Kaito, okay, sure. But untapped land was the one I was looking for. That's a really strong turn if you get the 1-drops with Kaito. Because they cannot counter it. And that's what makes this deck so strong. They play blue. Let's see what it's gonna be. Blue-white. Okay. Sure. It's gonna be the Siren, of course, because it gives me another trigger.
Looks like I gotta fight my way out.
So we may play against some. These two we both don't want in this matchup. If they have Cage, it's not the end of the world. But Snare is quite annoying. Okay, that's good for me. I have Bat to deal with certain cards. But we attack first here. Tishana is still a huge card to find. Both is not good.
Your secrets didn't stay hidden for long.
Okay, so we go Bat and then maybe double Bat, huh? Depending what they have. They have Split Up. And this one. So we have to take Split Up. And we have to take Bait. I mean, they can use Restitching, but what do they want to do? It costs 2 mana, so we just take the card away again. Maybe they top decked something, maybe not. But the bats do their job here. So they maybe have to use Relic. Bouncing this stuff is not good enough. Double Bat. Getting 2 cards away, that is not nice. Okay, yeah, that's actually fine. They try to survive, I respect that. So they have the Restitching here, we have to be careful. If they use it now, it's... So they basically don't give me the threat of the spring. So I can attack. It's good for me. Untapped land would have been really nice. But we did not. Looking for counters, looking for Tishana.
Information is its own weapon.
Okay. I have to play it this way. They need 1 blue here as well. Okay, 5. Maybe they get the top deck of the Battlefront. I didn't find a counter or Tishana here for the synthesizer. But I have Drowno to tap a creature if there's a creature coming in. That is good too. Bricks, that is just 2, gain 2, which is fine. Finding another white here. They can use this for gain 3 life, but then they're on 10, which is not enough. That will be removed. Okay. I mean, it's just lethal on board anyways, but just that you know. Just that you know. Okay. Jeskai artifacts. Let's do one more. So yeah, this is definitely a great all-around deck. This deck works against most type of decks. The tempo is fine, and it's a deck that can be adjusted towards the meta, which is really, really nice. You have some key cards with Kaito, Curiosity, the Siren, the Cecil, and the Drowners. These are definitely key cards, and I would say these are the key cards. And then the removal and these cards are kind of flexible, so depending on the meta, you can also adjust the numbers. Let's have a discussion here in the comments below. What do you think will happen to this deck after Avatar is dropping? Do you think that's still a tier 1 deck? I believe it will be. The Firebending deck looks great, the Earthbending deck looks great, so let's have a look. And I cannot wait to brew decks, I really cannot wait, and soon it's the time where we can build a lot of decks, and this is what I'm gonna do all day for sure. So let me know in the comment below what you think about this. Is there any card you're looking forward in the Avatar set? And hopefully you like this video. I know this is not a brew, but I think this is more like a discussion video, so let me know what you think. And yeah, wish you all a good day, good night, and see you all next time.